I'm Jason Grandt, and I'm the Walt Disney Imagineer, and I'm assigned to Princess Fairytale Hall.
Excellent. So how would you describe Princess Fairytale Hall for those who are already familiar with the concept of a princess meet and greet?
So the thing that makes this different is that you're actually going into sort of a building that's like an annex of Cinderella's castle, and this is an environment befitting of royalty. So as our royal subjects of Fantasyland, all of our guests get to go inside into what is really sort of a very splendid and wonderfully detailed architectural environment that works for our princesses.
And so guests step in. This is all part of Fantasyland, obviously. The princesses are home amidst the castle environment. What do you see when you first walk in?
So the first thing you'll do when you walk in is you'll see, if you want me, I'll get really elaborate for you if you want, but we have some really wonderful stained glass windows, which I know is the first thing you're going to see. Yeah. And then once you get beyond that, you enter the Royal Gallery, and in there is where is a conditioned queue space, air-conditioned queue space, and we'll have these beautifully done custom princess portraits that we've created for the space that are really stunning and just gorgeous. The Sleeping Beauty one is a knockout. It's unbelievable. And then from there, you'll go on into the receiving rooms and meet the princesses.
And so I understand there's two different chambers in which you'll be able to meet the princesses?
That is correct. So in the queue line out front, you'll pick which princesses you want to see of the ones that are visiting that day, and then you'll walk back into the space.
So kind of similar how the new meet and greets over at Storybook Circus are working. You can, know where you're going, know where everybody else is going, but you don't get to experience everything unless you go through multiple times.
That's correct. Yeah, it's just like that. Like at Pete's Silly Sideshow, you can see Donald and Goofy, or you can see Minnie and Daisy. This will be the same thing. You'll come in and it'll be Aurora and a friend, or Cindy and a friend, or however we work.
And you'll know in advance which princesses you're seeing?
Absolutely, of course.
Okay. So the princesses are currently in Town Square Theater. What is Princess Fairytale Hall doing to one-up that experience?
Oh, it's not even comparable. Yeah, it's not. I'll just leave it at that.
Okay. Well, what about the new Fantasy Fair out in Disneyland? Are there any comparisons to be made there?
I have not seen it yet. I'll be seeing it next weekend, and
okay.
I'm really eager to do so. The team there did a wonderful job of everything that I've seen, so I'm really looking forward to it.
And obviously the mine train's going in, having more Snow White in Fantasyland, but everybody's still thinking, oh, meet and greets replacing a Snow White ride. Is it going to live up to, that classic spot in the Magic Kingdom?
I think it will. I really do. I think once people see it, they're really going to be happy with it. I mean, our guests want opportunities to meet princesses, and so that's why we're rolling this out.
One more question. There's a great new Rapunzel area in Fantasyland.
Yes.
Why are Rapunzel and Flynn not there? And it seems like Rapunzel's going to be, tucked away in this new area in Fantasyland.
Well, the Princess Fairytale Hall is where all of our visiting royalty comes, right? So when they're visiting Fantasyland, this is where they'll be.
So Rapunzel and all of her friends will be there.
That's right.